Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I see Cobus. I saw Cobus last night on Tom's on Thailand Digital Nomads live stream, and I know he said he was going to be gone, but thanks for dropping by, Cobus. I appreciate it. And Black Sheep will be here. Brock, I know, is on a bike ride with his son. You know, that seems like it would be more important than watching this. I hope so. I hope you have fun, Brock. Tommy J, Scott, how you doing? Daniel D, hey, how you doing, Dottie? James Morris, hello. Ralph Lewis, Jake, of course, Thailand Digital Nomad. And Bodo's here. Hi, Bodo, how you doing? Joe's here, of course. Never, Joe tries to never say hi to everybody, which is awesome. Bill, how you doing? Glad you could make it by. Um, Let's see. Hello, everyone. Raining so hard here in Erie. Wow, PA. So sure would be be wondered. Wow. Yeah, I don't miss any of that kind of stuff from the States. Every time I complain about the few days of heat here up north in Seattle, I have to remind myself that I plan to retire where it's like that. Yeah, it is. And like I said, for me anyway. It, it's been 4 years now, and then I did spend 8 months in Costa Rica, which is almost exactly the same climate. I think you get used to it, sort of. I mean, you still sweat and do that kind of stuff. I just subconsciously, I think if I'm out and about and it's extremely humid and extremely hot, it's okay. Well, I'm going to eat inside a restaurant that has air conditioning, or try to, maneuver myself around so I'm not so bad, or do something at home, or whatever. But it's not, I don't know. Especially if you live like by this, you just jump in the ocean. That's what I did in Costa Rica. That's what I did in Kamala. It was nice. Hey Marco, how are you? That's one. If you guys aren't subscribed, now I can, since I'm the only one. Please subscribe. These are the people from Bobby's channel, the gals and stuff, and people, just people in general, from fishing to the Philippines, singing, karaoke, upbeat stuff, fun to watch. By all means, doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, so please subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when something comes up. Yo Dave, update your contact details. The IRS is looking for me? I don't think so. Let's see. What else? I guess that's about it. So I just got back from Bangkok last night at probably 6:30, I guess it was. So it was about an 8 hour on and off drive, but we stopped a lot, and we had to drop off my wife's best buddy close to Buriram, and not actually in between Buriram and here, about 20 minutes from the house. And my wife, of course, her cat had kittens, I guess, a while back. So now we have two cats, and one of them's like about this big. The new one, Persian something or other. I know nothing about cats. So my wife sort of begged with just the big eyes and please, and that was all it took for me. I was done. So Hey, Joe. That's okay, man. No worries. 8 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 hour drive, and I think that was 4:30. Yeah, 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 no doubt. That's what I would, so am I a little bit tired? Yeah, not too bad. I did kind of film. We looked at some koi. I didn't film putting them in the tank and stuff. We ended up buying, since we lost so many, 14, maybe about 6 inch or so koi, and they're in the tank right outside. Maybe I'll show a little bit of that and put a little bit together, maybe a 5 minute video or something. And then I do have everything that I took of the youngest singing. It was quite a show. It wasn't too hot. It was in a covered type pavilion area where they had fans and stuff, food set up, drinks. It was quite comfortable. It was like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, and then the actual after that we went across the street and they all wanted barbecue, of course, and we a place all steak, beef, Australian beef, thin sliced, but cooked it on. It was awesome. It was really good, and it was 276 baht a person, so like almost free. Yeah, what did she name this cat? Money. This one's name's Money. Hey, traveler, glad you could make it in. Last night I was informed that grandchild number 11 is due in April. Wow. Well, congratulations. Here's the person right below you just did the grandpa thing, and he's all excited about it, which I don't blame him. He's got a beautiful, beautiful child. Um, we're friends on Facebook. That's why I see Randy's stuff. Plus, we grew up real close, stone's throw in world thing. Maybe I don't know what is it, Randy, from San Fernando to Thousand Oaks is what, 10 miles, 15 miles apart. Yeah, more kids. My son, I think my son's done, and my daughter's never gonna have any children. So I got four. That's enough. Four that I know of. I'll leave that alone. Let you guys think about that. Welcome to Jesus Finest Man. Everybody saying hello to each other. 18. Wow, Joe, you're my hero. God bless you. The more the merrier, right? I'm sure that Randy, everybody feels that way. I mean, everybody's proud of their grandkids. Yeah, 13.2. Yeah, real close. And I was in Simi Valley part of that. After the kid stage, I spent a lot of living time in Simi Valley, which was cool. That's where we had the bar and all sorts of stuff. And you guys, if Simi Valley here sounds a little bit familiar, it's Rodney King deal era of what did they do? They had the actual trial there, didn't they, Randy? I think, if I remember right. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? uh, I was talking about. Well, you were in the last one. I really Nikki's a moderator on quite a few channels of people that are smart. Have Nikki as a moderator, and uh, Patty Doyle's one of them. And I really do. I really enjoy it. But boy, I could tell he's just Jones into what. Anybody got any suggestions on how I could stay in Thailand and not have to be gone constantly? So I'm sure he'll come up with something. Um, I would suggest, like we had talked last time, Nikki is that he just not have to put her on camera, but take her. I don't know. Maybe she has a job and all that kind of stuff, but she doesn't have to be on the videos. Still go with him. Um, and I hope you sleep well. Nikki's unbelievable. She always stops by and says hello and virtual hugs, and it's well appreciated. Believe me, Nick. Um, yeah, he seems like a good guy. I don't really know him. I look forward to meeting him one day. I really like I like the one in Vietnam more so. Maybe because he's getting better at it. I don't know, but I like the one in Vietnam more than the stuff that he did in Thailand. So I think he's just getting better at it. Um, let's see. Yeah, yeah, they threatened to come there. I had the bar then, And I think I told you guys a story. I think I could have 230 people in the bar, and me and my cousin owned it. It was called Cousin's Country Saloon, and it it was the bouncers came up at the same time and said everybody that's coming through the door is carrying a weapon of some sort, mostly guns, and short of shutting the bar down. I said, well, I don't know, let them in. Most of them we knew, we've been there, forever. My cousin was a social butterfly, so he knew everybody, So we did, but there was, yeah, if they would have, they were threatening to come into Simi Valley and kill people and riot or whatever they were going to do. And boy, if they would have came to Simi Valley and ended up in that bar, it would have been a big mistake. But yeah, I think that's Simi Valley's pretty much claim to fame now. Hope you had me. Yeah, I did. And if you guys aren't, I didn't go through this spiel, aren't subscribed, please subscribe. And Nikki needs watch hours. So when you're cooking in the kitchen or watching a movie, just punch it up. And even if you've already seen, watch the video, kind of, sort of, and get her some watch hours because she doesn't care anymore. I think she's semi given up, and I hate to see that because it is a milestone that I was kind of excited about. The 100, like I told you before, and the not only the 1,000, but the whole monetization and the everything that's involved with hitting that 1,000 subscribers. Let's see. So the recital thing was awesome. The barbecue was awesome. The drive there and the drive back were not so awesome, but acceptable. We'll be going there quite often. We were thinking about it. Me and my wife were talking about it on the way back, and it was like we could fly in, even though I have the Asia Pass. I didn't buy it for her this time, but it would still. Mine would only be like 150 baht, but hers might be like 1,000, 1,500. And for that money, we could pay for gas and drive back and forth. Plus, we have a vehicle while we're there. And last time I think I spent almost 1,500 in taxi stuff from the airport. The airport's far away from the school and the apartment, so it didn't make sense. Hey, Mitch, how are you? But it was fun. They all stayed there, all the women, which was probably a good thing. I rented a 800. I did a quick little deal on that too. That'll be after I get done with this. I'm going to try to do that video. Me, we're driving on the way home, and my wife goes, "When are you supposed to do your 90-day?" I go, "I don't know. Didn't I just do it?" Pulled it out August 6th. So somebody, when I was talking last night, they said that the 2,000 baht fine, and my wife said go in there and say that our daughter had the virus, and I didn't want to come in and and put anybody in jeopardy, and so I'll try that, but so I might go there today also. So I've got actually 3 things to do, but I keep on threatening to put that in my phone, and I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. And then I still got to get some video. Maybe I'll do that too. Video of the outdoor covered drying area clothing that now my father-in-law uses. What my wife's done on the side with the grass and the some stepping tiles, and she bought that bench that I told you and had the center would come up so that you could like set coffee or sit there and have your whatever you want to do on it. So I'll get a little. Maybe I'll do a short on that. Short's kind of an easy way to do that kind of stuff. And but the one I think I've got a 5 or 8 minutes on the koi. I should have had one. I had my wife pull them out of the bag. I don't like dumping the water, especially when they've been in there, 14 of them for 8 hours, just full of like ammonia and everything. nasty, nasty. So I held the big bag open, and she took them out one by one. I should have filmed that, and they're nice looking koi. Like I tell everybody, if you're going to buy koi, it's something you have to look at. Doesn't matter what show, unless you're going to show them or whatever. But these were Japanese parents, bred here or spawned here in Thailand. But nice looking fish, and they were, I think, 6 for 500. So they were like $3 a piece, less than that. And then we bought 2 of those, so we had 12, and then the guy gave us 2 free. My wife always asks, maybe give me one. And the guy gave her 2. So got that, and they look good. Try to replenish, and I'll try not to be such a idiot and watch my fish and watch the water like I tell everybody to do. Preach what I say. Or do what I preach. Something to that effect. Go get some sleep. Yeah, I think it's 1 or 2 in the morning. And that's it. And then today I've got some extra camping stuff that I bought. There's like 6 boxes or 7 boxes sitting outside the door. I bought a big golfing umbrella for if I get someplace and I have to set up in the rain. I don't want to sit there and get soaked. The tent for the back of the truck should be here today, I think. I'm hoping, because I want to do. I wanted to go and say hi. I know Chuck is on the road to Udon and with his mom and Paige, of course. I was going to go there for a couple of days, but I got a doctor's appointment on the 25th, so I got to be back for that. So I'd only be gone. I would have had to leave this morning, and I wanted to take the Forza. Leave this morning at 6 o'clock or something, drive the 5-6 hours there, and then see them for a day and a half, then turn around and the next, not tomorrow, but the following morning, and drive back on the 24th. So I decided to be smart about it and just not do that. My wife was happy about that. What else did I buy? I bought a microphone. It's really weird. Boya makes a shotgun mic that I used to have, and I don't know where it went to. And I used to use it on my D70, and it worked quite well. Wasn't powered. The sound was good, decent. So, of course, when I was on there, I'm looking at this one, and here's this other one. They had to both be manufactured in China, and one gets stamped with Boya, and the other one doesn't. And it was like, and there were only 200 and one was 250 baht, and the one that didn't have Boya on it was 237. So I bought one of each. So they're sitting out there because I wanted to try it and see what the sound difference was. Plus, I needed it because I want to use the D70. I bought another. I can't find my decent tripod, so I bought another tripod. Actually, I bought 2, but only one's arrived so far. And so I'm going to use it on there, and I'm going to take I'll take the M3, the mirrorless Canon that I'm playing with right here on the gimbal. I'll probably take that with me too, and try to get a lot of different angles and try to be creative. I used to really be into photography. I know that I'd mentioned that because James had said something on one of his live streams, I think it was, that he used to be into it and he didn't like all the critiquing, and that's why he wasn't on any social media stuff and whatever. But I used to run a rental dark room. I used to shoot 4x5, some 5x7, and some even 8x10s, a few. But I had 5x7 and 4x5 enlargers, motorized, and nice lenses and all that stuff that are gone now. But I had 3 of them in my basement up at the house in the Sierras. And I used to really like it. And I was, real close to Yosemite. So I could go and see all the stuff that Ansel Adams did, who was, if you don't know who Ansel Adams is, you probably haven't been breathing air long or something. But a lot of black and white. I only shot black and white. And I had for years and years because I liked even my 35 millimeter. Back in the day, they had just started probably back in the day doing 24-hour turnaround on dropping off anything black and white, colored, whatever it was. And even with my black and white, I could go back, I could go out, shoot 2, 3 rolls, bring them back, develop them myself, get a proof sheet and everything within, you know, an hour of getting back and having something I could look at to see what I wanted to print off. And then as I started to get a better eye for things, I guess I wanted larger format, 2 1/4. Then I went to the 4x5 and the 5x7, and the glasses were all the big money was in the glass, in the lenses, and had fun with it. And thinking about doing it again. If when I do go back, which it's another thing I was going to touch on. I think I'm going to go back in November. My mom called me yesterday, and she's going back to Connecticut for the last time. It's amazing as they get older. It's like, I'm not going to be able to go anymore, so this is going to be the last time. And she's an Italian mother, so she knows how to guilt the living crap out of me. So she's been doing it for years and years and years. But I wanted to go anyway. So she talked to my son, and my son's going to come, and she's going to call my daughter, and she'll have some of my friends over. My mom used to do big Italian dinners all the time for all my friends. So anyway, it'll be fun. But she leaves on the 10th of November. I didn't want to really eat into October too much because we have the kids for the whole month of October. I've already booked a week in Kochang at that Serenity. So that's out of the way. So anyway, I guess I'll be going in November. I got to look at flights. They're about $800, so still pretty reasonable. In fact, I just looked yesterday, and I think there were 750. So that's not bad. But I'm hoping this week, like I said, if I get the tent and all that, maybe on Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe Wednesday and Thursday night, I'd like to do a 2-day thing. And this time I'll film the setup and maybe even make Tommy J happy and do a time lapse deal of setting some of it up. And, shoot 2 or 3. There's GoPro, the M3, the full size Canon, and try to get some decent stuff and probably do a live stream also from there. So same place. The lady's property, it was perfect, and they already know, and they didn't care about the generator running. My glasses cockeyed. That's better, I think. Hey, what's up? Good morning to Jam and Manao and Jim. In case you don't know, and you're not subscribed, subscribe to Jam Random Places. And that stands for Jim and Meow. You think I'll be able to? We just got a new kitten. I don't know if you were here on the way home. We stopped at my wife's best friends, and they had Persian cats. I don't know. A cat's a cat to me, and I really never had cats before. Now I've got 2, and I like the other one. And the other one's belly is about this big around. So within the next couple of weeks, I think we're going to have 8 or 10 of them. So now we have 2, and it's a little bitty thing. They are kind of cute. I hate to admit it, but they are cute. Let's see, did I miss anything? Did I say hello to you, Robert? How you doing? Glad you could make it. And I don't know, Robert, you still doing live streams on a different channel? If I know you're a moderator, right? Yeah, put up your link. Robert, I think, has 2 channels, or are you just using one now, Robert? Okay, Dave. Good. All right. Have a good relaxing night, Joe. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And so that'll be that. And I was trying to think of what else I got. I don't know. I'm going to go over a whole list of everything that I have when I do the camping thing. I did buy a couple of different stoves so that I had 2 burners and something that was a little bit more stable, since I'll probably going to end up going this way with the truck bed tent. I have more room obviously carry stuff, so I don't have to be so compact for the Forza. Although I do have compact stuff in case I want to just take off and try it with a regular tent sometime, and no air conditioning, which I don't know. I even if I don't use it, if I got the air conditioner there, I'll feel better. Hey Raymond, yeah, they're in the house. I never was. I had a girlfriend that was into horses, and she had cats, and I didn't like them in the house either because of she'd let them jump on the counter and stuff. It's like a cat hair and everything. I didn't feel like eating cat hair, but the cats I kind of like, and they stay off the counter, so and they go outside, so they're in and out. It has a bit too bad, but I understand where you're coming from. Um, Gator's putting everything up. Cool. And then I just saw the Gator put up the one that Joe. I had two or three, four or five people ask me um, about about the whole process that I went through, how exactly I met Nitnoy, um, what we did, where we went, how I ended up in the hospital, what she did, and I'm going to try to condense it down. I've got it in my mind. I need to write it down so I don't have to do much editing. I'm going to try to run through the whole thing and maybe a 6, 8, 10 minute video, because there is a lot of stuff, but it should go fairly fast. And I'm going to try. I was going to try to do that when I was in Bangkok, but I ran out of time. All right, take it easy. Hope you're doing well, Jim. How you doing in the background? Hope you guys got to be loving the truck. It's a nice truck. I don't know if you saw. Did you see Tim's new ride too? I didn't see him here yet. Maybe he's sleeping in. I think he was up late last night. But anyway, he got a new ride. So cats, no dogs yet. Yeah, that's the way I've always been my whole life, Robert. Never knew. I thought they were just like they useless. They just like lay there. But that's not the truth on having one now. This one is actually kind of cool. I kind of like her. She doesn't bug me too much, too. I think I like that too. I'll produce your own interview, Dave. Yeah, you probably would. You'd probably be better at it than I am. I get a lot of, like I said, a lot of people out saying that I need to read up on vlogging, and they're probably right. Like I said, I again, I got to thank everybody that watched the video. It actually, for me, it's got a lot of views. I think it's got 1,200 views or 1,100 views. My normal videos like 300, sometimes four. I think the average is like 400. And so it's gotten quite a few. So I'm sure there's other people that are, not subscribed. And like the other day when I'll bring it up again because to make the channel grow, which it would be nice because I want to meet more people. Um, Not for any other reason, but Chuck said that, and I checked it out. Yeah, a lot of people that watch aren't subscribed. And like I said, when I first started watching YouTube, I didn't know if I subscribed, does it cost me $5? Does it cost me money? And no, it doesn't. Memberships, on the other hand, which I've got like 24 now, so I will start putting out some behind the scenes. I don't know. I'll put out something on the members only deal. Um, hey, Douglas, good morning to you. Glad you could make it. Um, Mitch is saying good morning. Good morning. Yeah, and everybody's saying good morning. Let's see what Randy's saying. Ford Rangers have come a long way after. Yeah, really a nice truck. And I was really surprised too on the mileage that Tim was getting. And first of all, when I looked at the truck, it looks like a complete full size giant pickup. As big as ours, and I consider ours a full size. And it's got a 4-cylinder in it. And him driving it and stuff, you'd never know. And the mileage was fantastic. It's a diesel, 4-cylinder diesel. So yeah, and I don't know what I think he said his wife had found somebody to buy Tim's so that she could. She wanted that new one, and I guess she got her color, which would have been the same thing with me. My wife would have got what she wanted. Now I can start on the jug. Better. Thank you guys. Question. It was really good. You missed it. I said a little bit about it. It was in a covered pavilion. They had some big giant fans. They had a little bit of food, mainly meat on a stick type stuff, and drinks. And I was quite comfortable. And usually I'm uncomfortable in the middle of the day like that. I think it started. We got over there at 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it went to like 3:30. And I was comfortable the whole time. It was great. She did really good. You can't really tell. I mean, it's a whole thing. I've got it all in the on my GoPro. But I think next time when I go, especially on Sims and shoes, when they're doing this kind of stuff, I need to bring my big Canon or the mirrorless and have some way to zoom in because I don't even know if I'm going to try to bring it up in editing, but I don't know. I've never done that before, so we'll see what happens. But it was a great time, except for the 8 hours there and the 8 hours back. Otherwise, it was okay, and even the drive wasn't horrible. Just for me to sit still for 8 hours, although we got up quite a bit, it's hard on the old bones, man. I like Ford, but I bought a Chevy this year. I've always been a Chevy guy, but I've owned both. I had the what is it? The Expedition that I lowered. I really liked that truck. It was a 2000 Expedition, and the reason that I lowered it and put 17-inch rims on it because I bought it for my wife, and she couldn't get in and out of it, so I had it lowered. And then when I got it lowered, the guy said, "Oh, it looks stupid with just the stock wheels on it. You got to buy something." And so whatever, I think they were 17 or 18. I don't know. But she liked it and drove it for a little while. And then it became my truck. And then my hot rod son thought that took it out and ran around while he was in high school and rolled a lowered Expedition. And which I was kind of amazed. But he slid it across the pavement, went through some dirt, and then hit the pavement again. And it grabbed and rolled it. Put the big V in the top of it, but then it had been sitting in my yard, and I was sitting with my cousin one day who was a glass guy, and he goes, "Why don't you drive that thing?" He goes, "Is it registered?" I said, "Yeah, I keep it registered just because I don't know why, because they send me, something, and I send it back in." And we had an old black oak tree, and we tied a come along to it, and it was about maybe this V down about maybe 12 inches from the dashboard, and we jacked it up into where he could get a windshield in it. And he siliconed the crap out of it, of course. And I drove it for a long time. It was I really liked that truck. And then I had Chevys too, for the most part. Hey Craig, how you doing? Morning to you. I just watched. Which one did I watch? I watched the last one. I think was the one where you were putting the bamboo siding or whatever, those mats hanging. And what else did you do in that one? And then you were doing some concrete with the paint mixer, and which I think should be fine for sand and concrete, as you do. If you guys aren't subscribed to, where are you? I'll put you up here. By all means, please subscribe to Uncle Craig. Good channel. You guys will like the content. I do. But yeah, you'll like it. Got his drone going now, and he does a good job. A lot better than me putting videos together. I guess maybe if I start doing them, it might help me. But you guys will appreciate it. Please subscribe. Let's see. Good morning. Never say good morning. Okay, cool. So got koi. There'll be a little clip coming out on that on the koi. from Bangkok, looking at them, picking them out, putting them in there, putting them in the pond here. Short deal. The other one, I'm gonna try to keep the other one kind of short too for my daughters, even though I'm proud as hell to. She did a great job. They're good kids. I still probably could keep that kind of short, more for family and stuff. But you guys always watch them, which is awesome. Thank you very much. And maybe I'll do a little video on what's been done on the side, where I point and tell the guys to do instead of do as Craig does. Uh, that's pretty much done over there, um, and uh, and then put together the camping stuff. Like I said, I'm waiting for that tent to come. It's really weird because it's going to be about that much too long for the bed, but it's a tent. It's not like just a topper that just goes on the top of the bed. It's a complete belly, bottom, floor, completely sealed tent. But it's weird because in the States, a short bed is 5.5 feet, 5 foot 6 inches. Here, this bed on this truck is about almost five, a little bit less, 4 foot something. So it's going to be a little short, but I think it'll fit. So I'm going to put it in there, and I'll do all the. If it fits in there, then I'll take it over and go Wednesday and go to uh, you know do another 2 day run. Everything goes good on that, then I'll start scheduling them. I think every other week, um, and unless I want to go more, or if people want more, I'll go more often. Why you tripping? How you doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to Why You Tripping too. Um, but yeah, so I did. I think I have to redo that. I bought a I don't know 12 liter. I think 3.5 gallon boat um, gas can. So it'll run that generator for. I've got the extended kit on it, um, and it should run it for I don't know down near 30 some odd hours. So I want to test that. I haven't. I did hook it up. I got to put gas in it. Test it out here on the back porch. But it'll be kind of another test run, but not so much because I've already done one, and I want to get more into making everything better, sound, video, everything better. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? What is this? Too short? I'm guessing it would be a double king for Jagger. um, yeah, so I'll let you guys know that. But if I do that, then hopefully by next weekend, I would have an actual camping video. Probably do steak again and something else different. I think I'll cook like a full breakfast like I needed, pancakes and maybe bacon and eggs and I don't know. I'll see what I come up with. But the food was awesome. But I always like watching that when I watch the Catching Cooks and the people doing the camp and stuff was how elaborate they get. And some people get, they're slicing and trying to do gourmet meals and stuff. And some of them doing a good job at it. But that steak I had was good. The hamburger patties was nice and easy. I didn't even scramble eggs for breakfast. But the best thing was that bacon, lettuce, and tomato was awesome with avocado. When you sleep on the floor, you don't worry about the bed. Yeah, well the only thing about this one is, and I was worried about it because a couple of the guys that I watched on YouTube that I followed with the truck bed tents and that kind of stuff, their beds were only 5'5". So now when you put the thing actually comes down at an angle, so it comes all the way out to the edge of your tailgate down. So it's almost 7 feet even on my 4.5 foot bed. So it gives me plenty of room to put my cot in there or whatever I want to do. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to put a cot in there or just put the blow up Coleman mattress right on the floor. And I got to worry about getting in and out of it too because my knees. I did buy a set. They haven't come yet either. of knee pads that actually strap on. I guess like floor layers or something like that. They use them that are on their knees a lot. I had them when I was doing air conditioning years and years ago too, but they're cheap. They're just not here yet. So I will, if I have to, put those on because it isn't so much that the kneeling, the actual getting up and the kneeling. It's the pain that is caused by a hard surface right up against my knee and where it's bone on bone. But yeah, so it should be nice. There's a lot of videos on the truck bed tents, and I'm gonna say 99% of the videos that I watch, the people praise them, both in rainy, wet weather, stormy, torrential downpours. They still stayed dry, so we'll see. What's Bobby saying? BLT avocado, so California. Yeah, and it was excellent too. And I toasted the bread with a blowtorch, and that worked out pretty good too. I was surprised. What did Bobby say here? Talaxi saying I've gotten over 100 subs from that video today since 5 a.m. Yeah, I saw you mention that on JJ's live stream early this morning. I haven't even had a chance to look at the video, but you got over 5,000 views, right? In 24 hours. That's amazing. For me, anything over two or 300 is amazing to me. Um, you know what? When we were driving down there, my wife, I passed them, but there were just stand after stand of avocados because the youngest daughter, the one that was singing, she likes avocados. But my wife has been buying them from the green market, and they're just outstanding. As they're not like the Haas that we have, but they're a smooth skinned um, avocado. They're big and uh, they're ripe. They're excellent and they're reasonable because a lot of the times when you go into Big C, you got three of them, this big around for 300 baht or something, 100 baht a piece. But these ones you buy are really reasonable and they're excellent. And I like avocado in that one. Uh, it kind of makes a sandwich, but it is California. You're absolutely right. Yeah, the Lake Mead. Now that's the one I haven't seen, so I'm gonna have to check that out. And if you guys haven't seen it, by all means, go and check it out. It's at 6.6 now. Wow, that's amazing. Now I did hear something on YouTube where they said that I forget who did something on it. One of the people that I watch said that they're trying to target smaller YouTube channels and kicking them in with whatever algorithms or whatever they use, and pushing more towards the smaller channels. So, um, which I guess that's how you get stuff out there. Is like Bobby's been telling me since the day we started, just keep pushing videos out, and I haven't listened to him up till now. I know that it was a good idea, but we tried to help each other in the beginning, and his advice was a lot better than mine. But it's the truth. Get them out there, and all it takes is to get into that role, and a lot of people will see them. What are you guys talking about? Enduros. I had like a 78 500 Honda. It was an awesome four stroke. Had a lot of we called them Enduros. What do they call them now? They call them something else now. In Bali, I was first introduced to avocado milkshake. Really? I would try something like that. Emmanuel, how are you? Glad you could make it, sir. Um, everybody coming in. I like the way everything gets posted really quick. It's awesome. Cheers to the moderators. But I'm gonna have to go watch Bobby's and now and watch it for sure. And Andy, I didn't even see Andy. Hi, Andy. Where are you? I didn't see you. Ah, there you are. Glad you could stop by, Andy. Appreciate it as always. Question your toes and doctor's appointment. I have one on the 25th. That's the one was gonna come back for. And the passport application. I thought my wife took it, but it's still sitting over here. So I got to get it done, man. I can't procrastinate anymore. And Randy's got a question. Dave, GottoLoveThailand Thailand. Did you ever ride the huge sand? Yes, not at one time, and it was recently. It was that same. Did you see the little short that I had with the buggy on it, the sand rail? My cousin's got a real long travel, nice one. This one will beat you up. It'll beat the crap out of you. That one, but it was faster than hell. We went there for a week, and it was the first time I'd been there. And I want to say it was 5, 6 years ago. My cousin and all my friends have been going to Glamis for years and years and years, but I didn't. I've been to what's the other one down on the beach of California? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Where my friend moved, they bought the only junkyard there back when we were 12. Um, but anyway, somebody will pop it in there. Pismo. Uh, we used to go to Pismo quite often. There you go, Randy. Yeah, the first time I went there, I got an interesting story. Borrowed the old man's um, uh, truck and camper, and we had a trailer, and we had a bunch of two-stroke dirt bikes or enduros or whatever you want to call them. And we got there, we pulled them all out, put them in the trailer, got inside the camper and drinking, of course, and carrying on. And all of a sudden, woke up in the middle of the night to the damn tide had come in and was hitting the side of the freaking truck. Bikes fell over and filled. We spent the whole next half the night getting out, pulling the truck out. Got help from people there, of course, and then spent a good half day pulling the cylinders and pulling everything, cleaning it out, trying to get it back and salvage it in a half day. That was the first time I'd ever been there, but I like the sand stuff. I like the dirt more. I like the what would you call them, washes and stuff like that, kind of crawling stuff. I like that. They missed. What'd you miss, Bobby? What did I do? What did I miss? Oh, yours. You're live. I think I did miss it. Uh, yeah, I gotta get. I gotta put more stuff in my phone. You guys didn't hear. Probably a couple of you black sheep will get a kick out of this on the on the way home from Bangkok yesterday. My wife looks at me and goes, "When's your 90-day check-in?" I don't know. Shit, I just did it, didn't I? I just did. Yeah, I opened it up. It was August 6th. So some people said I'm gonna have to pay a 2,000 baht fine, but I'm gonna. My wife said go in there and tell them your daughter had the virus, and you wanted to make sure in 14, 16 days and make sure you didn't come over and infect everybody over there. So they said maybe they'll give you a break. Who knows? I would rather pay the money than at least I'll learn a lesson. Put the damn thing in my phone. Let my phone remind me I paid. Should be at least a excuse me, $1,000 reminder phone. But Leo Creel, yeah, like the rocks and everything there. I got older for us, and you know what I really used to like is Big Sur going up when I would take off on my bike and get up in there. A lot of people, a lot of Harleys, a lot of fun. This was a long time ago in Big Sur. A lot of hippies But I was borderline biker hippie. I mean, I free love. It was a good time to grow up, I guess. Mm. That wasn't. I know it wasn't on the list, was it? I'm gonna try to go today. I've got a couple of things with the fish I want to do, and a couple other things, but I got to get over there and do it. I'm not gonna put it off. They'll probably end up charging me more money or want to take me away. Um, you have to do and call to action. Ask them to sub if they like the content. This is the first time I did it and it worked. Oh, in the video you asked that? Yeah, I know. I should do it more. People. You're not the only one that has told me that too, Bobby. Is that I need to more. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And sometimes I find it hard to do that sometimes, but I will try it because obviously you're getting good results with it. That's awesome. Um, but I'm just filling out what? Filling out a new will. What's the chances? What's the change of getting my ashes sent into space? I don't know, but if you're filling it out now, you can leave something for me if you want to, Andy. Let's see. That's right. Over the hill from me. Yeah, not far from you at all, Randy. And I liked it there too. I liked Leo Creole. It used to be the fun place. The whole family would go there, and it was when I was young. We'd have a good time. Message from Bob. Let's see, David. You have to do is call an action. That's yeah, I know. I do. Yeah, the only reason, like I said, man, I want to. I'd like to build because people ask me occasionally to send me emails or whatever and say what's your future plans for the channel or whatever. And to really think about it is to meet more people, man. I really want to get started on the meetup deals, which will probably be in John TM, and do those every 3-4 months, and the more the merrier. Uh, Everybody that keeps coming in, and I know there's people that just watch or they don't make comments, and that's fine. That's awesome. I appreciate it. But eventually some of those have mentioned, well, I never mentioned anything until now, and can you do this? Can you do that? And asking questions and getting into the end of the channel because it's basically everybody's channel. I mean, it's not just mine. I mean, everybody answers questions. If I don't know, Bobby knows, or Mitch knows, or Brock knows, or somebody at least can point people in the right direction. And everybody has fun here for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. We have a good time and don't have to think about the world's problems. Don't have to, we just have fun talking about 90% of the time Thailand. The rest of the time is, who has the best disease, who's getting an organ removed, uh, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's still all in fun. Um, we did Oceana Dunes last summer. The only beach left in California where you can drive and camp anytime. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't even know. Can you still do that? Just drive right onto the beach at Pismo and just stop wherever you want and camp. This was years and years ago, and that's what we did. And they never bothered anybody. But I know things change. But that was always fun. You go anywhere you want. The desert's like that too. Red Rock Canyon and that kind of stuff. And that was the kind of crawling stuff in the washes and stuff. I like to do that also. Question: you're going to have to get yeah, time to get the measurements. Yeah, I'll try to do that today. I did find I had my wife buy it. I can see it from right here. A big tape measure, new one, because the guys borrow them, leave them outside, and they get soaked in the rain, and then they don't work anymore. I don't know, but they don't take care of their stuff that well here for some reason. Don't know why. Yes. At Pismo Beach, I live 30 minutes away from there for many years. The one that's really weird, the story, when I was, young. I want to say I guess it was senior. So I was probably 13, 14 years old in Little League organized baseball of some kind. And my best friend, uh, he, the guy, he was a catcher, but he also pitched. His arm was unbelievable. He threw harder than anybody else, right? And his mother and my mother, best buddies, right? So they moved, they sold their house and they were moving to Pismo. I forget, there's another name, Aurora Grande, something like that is the actual name of the town there. And he was living in our house. We went to the game. He was pitching. The last thing I remember, never could really play baseball after that. But uh, the last thing I remember was getting into the box and looking out. And the next thing I woke up, where you dig in your feet, the two little indentations. I was laying face down. Those were full of blood. It had slit me from here back to here on the inside only. And the stitches of the baseball had cut the skin on the outside. And there was a half moon deal there. And you could hear the ambulances going around trying to find the little league fields. If you're familiar with, at least the San Fernando Valley was that way. They weren't. They were by the railroad tracks, by the wash. You had to go here to get into them. They were always in a weird location. They ended up, after listening to them drive by 2 or 3 times, they just threw me in a car and took me to the hospital. But the weird thing about it was he was living with me then. He felt so bad, and everything after that, I was backing out. I said, okay, football. I'll concentrate on football. But he they moved to Aurora Grande, and I think that's how you say it. And they bought the only junkyard there, and had it for years and years and years. Um, but I liked Pismo. Pismo was nice. I didn't go there all the time, but we went to the river and stuff. We were into boats, probably more than into rails and sand dunes. We were into water skiing. There was a lot more girls in bikinis at Havasu than there was at Pismo. Um, Ashes over a large area. Well, what did I miss? What did what were you guys talking about? Uh, Raymond saying, Dave, for a long time I never commented because I agree with your opinion 99% of the time. I appreciate it, Raymond. But that's the main. I mean, otherwise, I have a good time. I'd have a good time with the same people that are here right now or that watch this channel, and it stayed this way forever. I would be content, but I would still like to meet more. I mean, you know, that's what it was all about. Here was just being able to meet people, talk to people. I'm in Sorin. I could go out and find the local Farang, coffee shop or whatever and start mingling, but I'm even though I sit here and you can't shut me up, uh, going someplace like that by myself, I would sit in the corner kind of quiet. Someone would probably have to approach me and say, hi. And some people get a little bit intimidated. They don't know what to expect or whatever. And then once they do meet me, they go, okay, he's not a bad guy. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, and now by the time I get to the doctors, they want to open my mouth up. Well, the thing had, started to get together, so they rip it open, and take. Oh, okay, it took 3 doctors to look at it, and they decided not to put stitches in. They decided to leave it alone. So I go, you guys couldn't have figured that out, coming in every half hour and causing me pain. But I was young. I want to say I was like 14, 15. I think I was in seniors, and but it was interesting. Interesting. Good old San Fernando Valley. What did I miss? What's Mitch talking about here? We loaded my grandfather's ashes in 12-gauge shotguns and it was a cow pasture and shot that. Why not? I took my wife's to right out there by Randy to the Rincon. Her brother was there, and you're not supposed to do it, of course. And she told me in passing, because we never really talked about her passing or me passing. She just said, when I go, I want to be burned, and I want to go to the ocean where my brother is, and I appreciate it if you would do the same. I said, okay. So when she did it, I did the same thing, but they couldn't come after. I guess she could get the crap fined out of you, but I was going to do it. They did out to shoot me to keep me from doing it because I made a promise to my wife. Let's see. We loaded my grandpa's. I saw that one. Pismo is closed to traffic, but Ocean is its border. So, oh, okay, all right. Okay, I understand now. Pismo when I drink Leo. That's pretty good, Mitch. Must be in rare form today. It's now 52 days until really 52 days. Wow, wow, wow. And you still don't know exactly what's going to happen. Are you you're gonna get out of? Or you're gonna go there for a while, and then I don't know if I could sit in a little off the wall area for day after day after day after day. I would have to go out and about. I just drank a beer. It tastes just great. I wish I was there with you. Starting off my day correctly. I've been. And God, I drank so much beer when I was younger. We used to go away for 3-day weekends. I think I brought 8 cases or 9 cases of beer, just for me alone. And that wasn't counting when we went to breakfast over on Lake Mead. We'd eat red beers where you take a beer and then you drop a shot glass full of tomato juice in it, and they called them red beers. We'd go out as soon as the sun came up, get the glass off. As soon as we got done with that, we'd go to the same place on the docks there. Lady loved us, and all eat breakfast, and then we would go there in the afternoon and drink and do that, and then at nighttime we would drink. And they wanted us to call after we went and met them the first time. And this is a 5 or 6 guys. After the first time that we went there, and then we made friends with her, and we spent a lot of money in her bar. She said, well, when you guys, how often do you come? I said, well, we're going to start coming like 5, 6 times a summer. She said, I would like it if you would call me and let me know when you're coming up so I could order more kegs of beer so that we don't run out. I said, sure, we can do that. And she was awesome because I went up on my bike, and the cops wanted me really bad. So at the edge of the dock that you walked out on, from the shore to the dock, and then out on the water a ways was the restaurant. He knew we were all getting drunk. I had my bike down there. He was waiting for us to come down there so he could arrest me. And the lady, or all of us, and the lady said, you know what? They're waiting for you down there. I'm just gonna lock you into the bar. Just sleep in the booths or whatever you want. Get up in the morning, drink some orange juice. We'll be here probably before you wake up. And she came back in and opened it up. So I think she really pissed off the local cops also. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Let's see. What did? Let's see. I went to a Dodgers game as a kid, and someone on the field level got hit in the head by a screaming fastball bounced off his head in the second level. He was carried away. Yeah, there was quite a few people that have sued, I think, by getting hit by a line drive. The funniest thing I guess it was funny. It was funny to me. Guy next to me was, well, a couple of seats over, had his son and his wife and everything, and the guy right next to him, and there was maybe 1 or 2 guys and me, I think, or something. And the the guy next to him was just foul mouthed, standing up, calling the Dodgers F this, F that, you're an idiot, you're this and that. And the guy very politely, the guy had long hair and he, he asked him very politely, he said, could you please not, watch the profanity? I got my wife and my kids here, and the guy kind of looked at him and didn't, under his breath. 2 seconds later, he's up again. The guy again said, hey man, I'm trying to be nice about this. You can't be doing this, And he goes, it's really the last time I'm gonna, say it. And the guy just kind of flipped him off and sat down. And boy, this guy went to say something again from the sitting position, and this guy reached over and grabbed him by the hair and brought him down to his knees about 5 or 6 times, and then laid him back in his chair. And the cops came running down, and I said, no, man, this guy did everything possible. This guy's an idiot. They ended up taking him and letting the guy stay with his family, which I thought was kind of cool. Usually they take everybody and throw everybody out. But they had a problem at Dodger Stadium because they let everybody drink those, I don't know, if you had money, because what were they, like $10 for a beer? But they'd let you just drink them, They did stop at a certain time. So the people that went up and I think it was seventh inning or something would go up and buy 3 or 4 of them at a time. So you had a bunch of drunk people in a closed place. The worst part and the most fights I saw was actually trying to get out of Dodger Stadium. People, accidents, coming out of their vehicles, going to fists, going back, picking this one up and then stopping everybody behind them, and got more fights broke out trying to leave Dodger Stadium than I've seen ever. That's why I just stopped going there. You went there after dark or for a night game, it just wasn't worth it. I've been digitally drinking with Craig this morning. How's that going for you? I'm way behind, aren't I, guys? I hear that a lot, Tommy. Transplants, everyone wants to state. Let's see. What's Bobby saying? We're sending the labels from Arizona that will treat a lot of water. I got to watch your thing because everybody said it was really informative too. And who's on? Do you have a guest for? I know it's only Monday, for Friday yet, Bobby, or no? I've met so many people on my travels, not only in Thailand, meeting up with a few on Vietnam as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like I said, we talked about it a million times. There's 2 or 3 idiots, out there. But for the most part, 100% of the people that I've met are good people, and it all come from YouTube stuff. So, like I said, I can go back and forth and say, "Oh, YouTube sucks at this and YouTube sucks at that," but in the general deal, man, I'm grateful for YouTube to get to meet people like pretty much everybody here. Still got to meet some of the ones like Robert Mack and Andy. Andy was here forever, and I couldn't quite figure out how to do that. So I got to get better at trying to meet up with people. Tommy J, my realtor friend, says Californians are moving to Texas and a couple other places. I've forgotten coming from Texas. I don't know. People should have been moving out of California 30 years ago. If it wasn't for my kids, I would have. Most definitely. Worst state ever, taxes and all that crap. A lot of my friends went to Phoenix. I went to Arizona. Jake saying, I have plans on how I can make this village experience better. I'll be doing videos. Cool. Conducting interviews, drinking beers with Ron. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Definitely. I sold my house in California for 3 times the value last year, and now that person is selling for twice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. It's insane because I know that Mitch sold his house, and a bunch of people that I know, and they ended up selling for, bidding war above asking price. It's insane. I don't know how it is right now, but if they're doing it right now, then obviously it is. Home price in California. Yeah, and I feel bad for my son. I mean, 4 kids, a wife. His wife really can't work because someone needs to take care of the kids. It's not economically feasible, and I feel for him, man. It's tough. I'm proud of him. Uncle Greg, I'm in California. The rent people pay. Yeah, my my brother's got a. Well, he just sold that house, but he converted his one of his garages. He had 2 garages. Real nice place, real close to Ventura Boulevard. Nice, real nice area. Big lot. Pool in the backyard. He converted one of them to a real nice studio type with a full kitchen, bathroom, and everything. And I think he was going to rent the thing out for 2,500 a month. 2,500, I think, or 23, something like that. And I went, wow, it's insane. Let's see what Robert's saying. The rent they pay also agrees. Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm glad I'm right here in Thailand. Although I could have sold my house for a lot more money too, I think. In fact, I know. But as it worked out, my nephew's a happy camper. I know he is. He loved that place from the time I bought it 20 years ago. What, on the Mariners game or what? Too many beers. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, they have free flowing beers at at any kind of a function like that. I don't think is the greatest idea going. Making Asia, as you remember, I was in Palm Springs. That's where my first wife worked the Bob's Big Boy there, right outside. I think it was Desert something or other. I forget the areas out there, but she moved out to Palm Springs. I used to go out there even after we got divorced. I'd drive out there on a weekend. I had a little sports car, and I'd go early in the morning or late at night on Friday and blast back Monday morning at 4 a.m. to go back and work, just to go and roll in the hay and, I don't know, tip a few. But I liked Palm Springs. People were nice, hot, but it was hot in the valley too. I had to talk my brother-in-law into coming to work for me in air conditioning, and they just had him completely brainwashed. He was a manager or whatever, and I'm going, well, what are you making? Well, I make this much money, but this is how much I make a month and all this kind of. I go, yeah, but they're working like 60 hours a week. I mean, you can come to work and work 40 hours and make almost that much money now, and he ended up leaving. But it took a lot to get him to leave there. A couple of beer done. Yeah, it's like insane, right? I haven't been there in a long time, but a long time ago it was expensive. Not firm yet. Did you say who it was, or just not firm yet? Sorry, I probably missed what you said, Bobby. Check out, who's this? Friends, someone's friend. So, man has a story. Every man has a story. Cool. Daycare in the States is, yeah, and I think that's why it's just not feasible for my son. Although all but the baby now is in school, but still someone's got to take care of the 2-year-old, or going to be 3. I don't know how old are they when they start going to school, kindergarten or whatever. So maybe another couple of years. But to scrape together the money, I mean, if you're not, if there aren't people helping you, it's like impossible to buy. Where's somebody going to get, 30,000 and then pay 35, 4,000 a month? I don't understand it. I feel bad for him. Beer. Yeah, they do. And I've seen a lot of drunks there in the time that I used to go. Like I said, I stopped going to most of the night, stuff. I would go for the afternoon stuff, and still had fun watching them. That was the only sport that I really liked watching in person. Did not like watching football. I would just as soon be sitting in front of a 55-inch big screen. Baseball, I don't know. I like right now. My favorite stuff to watch, and I just started watching them, is the Little League World Series. I've been watching it for years and years, but I haven't watched it. Well, I don't think they've had it for the last couple of years, but for 5, 6 years since my wife passed away, I haven't really watched it. But that was one of my bucket list, was to go to Williamsport and spend the whatever it is, 2, 3 weeks there, whatever it is, just watch the whole experience. The kids are amazing, man. Some of the plays and the athletic ability of a 12-year-old is amazing, amazing to me anyway. That could be too. uh, you know what? Yeah, sure do. Judging by all the drunk people leaving. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, man. I see more at nighttime, and have been in a few brawls in the freaking parking lot. Mm. Yeah, the one of the girls that I dated was the biggest Dodger fan I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she came running back with her uh, pants halfway down from the bathroom because the crowd had went crazy and someone had hit something. I don't know if it was a home run or not. Still pulling her pants up, coming back. What happened? What happened? What happened? She was she was a maniac, but she was cute as hell. Yeah, Bob's. Yeah, Palm Desert. There you go. There you go. Uh, she worked there, and the younger brother, was a manager there, and ended up the head manager there ended up marrying my wife before I did. They had a kid together, and then he beat her up so bad I didn't even recognize her when she came back to the valley. She wasn't even really bad then. She had healed up quite a bit. She showed me the pictures. He was a little guy, and so I said, "Well, we can take care of that." And she didn't want me to get involved in that. And I ended up, her dad was the coach of my little league team. We lived 2 blocks apart, so I used to come down there, all the time. She'd been gone from the valley for 3, 4 years, and there she was standing out one day when I come down that street to go to my mom's house, and we started talking and ended up getting married. She was a great gal, still is. She's just drunk. She uh, she liked to drink, so it was a little bit too much for me. But that was it. Palm Desert. Hey Bob, how you doing? Dave, can you get? Yeah, I can. I have some ways and stuff to get sports. Yeah, don't isn't it, man? I've been watching it for a long time, and it like I said, it never thoroughly amazed. It always amazes me the quality uh, of uh, of the kids. Like I said, when I was me and my best friend, we coached our brothers 10 years apart, um, as young, uh, in little league and stuff. And the older kids, you'd all go for tryouts, right? If you guys are familiar with little league, and I swear to God, when you went out there, there was one kid the one year that we were all there, older kid, and big. It was almost like there was a beam of light from God beaming down on this kid. And you could watch him throw, and the kid was phenomenal, so far above everybody else. It was ridiculous. And the kid was Brett Saberhagen. If you guys are familiar with Brett, he was from the San Fernando Valley there. But it was amazing to watch. I mean, you're just like in awe of what this kid was doing. At how old was he then? He wasn't in the little league. He was probably 14, 15 years old, something like that. It was amazing to watch. Uh, what did I'm missing? Yeah, come on, I'm behind. That's us. Oh, Jay East is here. Hey, Jay, how you doing? Um, Crickets to the time students. Okay, okay. What did I miss? Froze my ass. Dream World and BBK. Better get on what? On that passport. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I better do that. I got to do it today. I'm just going to mail it off. Forget it. Thanks, Tommy. I didn't even think about that going back there because I was going to book the flight. I guess I probably should have my passport in hand before I do that. The original Bob's Big Boy restaurant in Burbank House still open. Classic. We used to go all the time. She worked in the valley too, and we used to go to Bob's all the time. Their what do you call it? Their relish or whatever was really good on their Big Boys. Different. It was different. Oh, let's see. My twin nephews played Little League World. Oh, really? Later to be drafted as a pitcher and a catcher for the New York Yankees. Awesome. Yeah, my brother played AAA, and so did my buddy's brother who played more. My brother just kind of was in and out. My buddy's brother played for a couple of years and just didn't quite throw hard enough. He needed to throw just a little bit harder, and he probably would have been in. The one friend that I talked about earlier that hit me in the mouth with the fastball was actually drafted. He went to what was it? It was one of the Catholic schools, colleges, and he would have been awesome. The guy could hit unbelievably, and his arm and catching, he was fantastic. And he freaking ripped all the ligaments in one of his legs, sliding into second, trying to break up a double play, and that was it. They were done. It's too bad. He would have been really good. Had another friend that was drafted as first baseman for the Angels, and got in a fight one night, and he put his fist through a glass door and just hamburgered it, and he was done too. It's amazing. I don't know whatever happened to him. I'll have to ask a couple of friends. I haven't heard from him in 40 years or 30 years. Yeah, A&W, the drive up car house. Yeah, and maybe Randy can answer. There was an A&W in Moore Park or Fillmore. Fillmore. Do you ever go out that way? Kind of like going over to what's the lake over there that I used to go to all the time? You'll know what I'm talking about. All the avocado orchards. There was one out there I hadn't seen an A&W in a long time. Do they? But somebody said something. Do they have one here in like one of the airports? Mitch might know. Um, let's see. What's Ralph saying? Don't know much. Maybe I should check. Haven't been to school since seeing the doctor. Just wanted to do surgery in November. So he's talking to Mitch about something I'm imagining in Seattle right, area. Um, let's see what Raymond's saying. Nowadays, the haters try to destroy any kids that are bigger and stronger than them, the majority of the other kids. Probably true. I never liked bullies. That was the one thing growing up. The Bob's and Riverside Drive is still open and always busy. That's Robert Randy saying. Talking to Robert in video. Here goes shooting range and show us your skills. Mitch, once in a drug fueled night, we stole the Bob's Big O statue and put it in front of a party we went to. Yeah, that happened a few times when I was younger. I want to guess there was in the San Fernando Valley. Randy probably maybe knows better, but wasn't there like 5 or 6 Bob's Big Boys? There was quite a few, um, and we used to go around. The ex-wife or the girlfriend worked in one close to my mom's house. I think it was Reseda or Canoga Park or something. So remembers Norms, yeah, yeah. in Lakewood Boulevard still open? That I don't know. I would guess probably it's been open forever, but somebody might know. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Glad you can make it. My friend John Zeke was just at tactical skills and Patea's shooting. Tommy, I do too. Trap and skeet and even handgun stuff. I used to enjoy doing, but long gone, huh? Yeah, and I believe the last one that I saw, I believe was in Fillmore. I don't know if Randy ever makes it out that. Oh wait, I do go to Fillmore. It's gone. Yeah, Lake Piru. That's it. I used to go there all the time. I made a winch that and a rack that would pull my 12-foot aluminum boat up. I'd lean it up against the back, clip on the hook, press the button. It would winch it over. I'd ratchet it down and on a regular Wrangler. And I used to go there all the time and troll for trout. I did it really well there too. Had a lot of fun at Byron. Gone, gone. Oh well. I like Bangkok. Yeah, so Bangkok does have one, right? I'm not mistaken. A&W was always my favorite root beer anyway. I really pitched to McDonald's. Years ago. I'm getting embarrassed about it. Yeah, I bet. Um, I have a big problem with bullies now. I won't tolerate. Yeah, exactly. I won't tolerate any. Hey, Maui Howie, how you doing, Howie? No tolerate. No, no, zero tolerance for me. Zero tolerance. A lot of them here on YouTube too. It's kind of weird. I once woke up next to a 4-foot statue of the Virgin Mary from the Catholic Church. There was a lot of stuff. I never participated because my mom would have killed me. Not that I was afraid more of my mom than police or the church or anything, but she would she would have disowned me if I did anything against the Catholic Church. God, I'm actually caught up. I probably missed everybody's stuff. So if you had a question and I missed it, go ahead and put it back up, and I'll try to get to it. But how long has it been? Well, almost an hour and a half. That's pretty good. It seems. My wife stayed home today. She's got a headache, so she's gonna stay home. So maybe it would be a good day to go over there and do my 90 day. Maybe she'll feel good enough to take the 10-minute ride over there with me. If I promise her some kind of barbecue or food, she might go. Got to bribe her. Baby, what will it take for you to go to immigration with me? Do I have to buy you gold? She's not feeling good. I feel for her. My wife's always smiling and happy. So when she's a little bit down, that means that she's a lot hurting. So I guess I'll go by myself. My mom. Yeah. My mom was she goes every day. I mean, well, now it's got slowed down, but for 30, 35, 40 years, 7 days a week, 5:30 in the morning, get up, go to 6 a.m. mass. Then she'd take communion over to the hospital and pass it out. And she had all of these things that she did. But I think it kept her quite active. She's 89 now, and now she's kind of slowed down on the stuff. But for those 8 or 10 years, I think it kept her going, knowing that she belonged to a bunch of good stuff, that I could say about my mom. One was, uh, you don't never die alone. And she would go in and like read to the people that were terminally ill in the hospitals that had no family. I couldn't even imagine that, not just laying there dying and have no one come visit here or anything. So it was kind of nice. She did that all the time and swimming and like I said, gave the Eucharist, the communion out and stuff. She's a good one. My mom's a good one. Pain in the ass, another one, but a good one. Let's see. Got to run. All right, Robert. Thanks for dropping in. What did Randy say here? There was a Bob Big Boy here in Thousand Oaks. Yeah, there was. when the Dallas Cowboys were in town, preseason training, the Raiders came. Scrimmage, I saw John Madden, big boy. He was super nice to everyone. Yeah, that's true, didn't it? Yeah, that would have, they would have went there, I would imagine. Um, have a great day and safe travels. I didn't even know. Are you going somewhere, Mitch? Are you taking off already? Are you hitting the ground running? I thought you weren't going anywhere for a few days. I could be wrong, obviously, but I thought you were going on the southern leg, but you never know. Oh, my feet are killing me. Morning. Oh, in the morning, really? So, are you going? Never mind. I'll talk to you later. Definitely take your life 90 days. Late is a bummer now. Yeah, I know. She might go with me. I'll see what she says, but she's not feeling good at all. And like I said, my wife's she's one of those up people, always smiling, always laughing, always joking. So for her to be a little bit down means she's in a lot of pain. But I will check it out. Layover. He's always on the move. Yeah, he'll go and maybe he's going to meet them. I know that in the video that I saw of Chuck this morning, the one that came out this morning, he states that a week from then, on a Monday, he'd be traveling to Udon. So that would be, he's on the road right now to Udon. Um, but so I don't know if Mitch is going there or not. If he wants to say, he'll say. If not, he won't. Um, I was late the year 2000, but 1,000 if it didn't need a receipt, I didn't. Yeah, so I don't know. I was like late a week the last time, and they waived it. They just said, no, it's all right. Don't worry about it. So I don't know if they're going to be this nice. How long is it? What's the date today? I don't even know. What's the date? 22nd. So 14, 15, 16 days late, something like that. Yeah, such a moron I am. Never cease to amaze myself. Never cease to amaze myself. But either way, I'll probably bring. I better bring a couple of thousand baht with me just in case. But it'll be nice to get out and go. Maybe I will hit her up and see if she wants to go get some noodles. Noodles always make her feel better, so maybe we'll go do that. But I think I might end the stream. It's been an hour and a half, and I gotta go mix some in. All right, take it easy, Craig. I think I'm going to end the video here anyway, and I want to thank everybody that is in the chat, that is watching without chatting, that is going to watch this later, whatever it is, and I'll give the notorious. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. You don't have to do anything. Ring the bell, and you'll get notified when I do something, when I put out a video. But that's oh, that was it the first time. Yeah, some of the pictures that he has on his deal. He's pretty buff dude. Okay, Dave, stop on ringing here. All right, guys. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate everything, and as always, I will go to the outro and the intro that Richard from Richard Travels has made for me, and thank him, thank his mom for watching, thank Richard for watching, and thank everybody out there. And I'll catch you on the next one.